dial Charles number. Hello?
Oh God! Hello? Ah! Hello?
Yeah, how's that?
Oh, that's much better. That's much better.
I wanted to ask you about the song that you sing on the album.
Oh yeah.
Living Like a Pilgrim, yeah.
Yes.
Because no one knows about it yet.
I actually had started writing this tune just before we won that really long tour, the European one.
Oh yeah.
The Beast of the East one, where he
Yeah.
wrote everywhere. But anyway, so I started writing just before we left, like a couple of weeks maybe before we left. But it wasn't until my half Kafkaesque misadventure in Italy when my passport got stolen.
Tell me about that. What happened? I've forgotten.
Well, let me remind you then, shall I?
Yeah.
It was Milan. It was definitely Milan. In that little bar, which was great, and I remember being super late to that gig, and we just rushed on stage and everything. Was that the case? So, and yeah, we played the gig, and it was great. I remember they gave us some T-shirts. They get and some souvenirs after the gig, and I just packed everything into my bag. We were loading everything out, and at one point, I just walk outside with like I don't know, a snare drum or something in my hand. These guys are saying that somebody went along on a bike and just grabbed something and just rode away. Everyone went to looking for their belongings, and my bag was gone. And my passport was in there, and I'm sure you remember I was a little bit annoyed by that.
Yeah. They could have taken your sack, so they took your bag.
Well, yeah,
had its own issues.
That would have been a lot worse. That would have been a lot worse. And you guys had to leave me just before you crossed the border.
Yeah, that's right. I had to leave you behind. Yeah.
Yeah, and you all gave me presents and things to help the journey. Totems. You gave me your headphones.
Yeah.
You gave me a massive portable charger. Yeah.
Left you behind on your own with no passport.
Yeah. I was like, well, I'm just gonna try and get this sorted. So yeah, I went to Treviso because that's where my great grandmother was from. So I took the train up there. It was the other side of the country, and it was snowing like hell. And I just remember being in only my Cuban heels because all of my other shoes were broken basically, and I had to throw them away. And just an overcoat and a hat and a bag and my sacks, and I'm just crossing the country in the snow, which is actually quite poetic, in a way.
Yeah.
I was a bit annoyed, but also I kind of felt like, oh, this is, you just kind of feel like you're in the film of your own life in a way, especially when everyone else is gone and you're just on your own. It's like seeing the world like from almost like in the back seat in a way. It's kind of strange. That's kind of how it felt anyway. But yeah, got to Treviso and found out that I wasn't registered there at all, and my documents were actually in Rome, and I had to wait until Rome replied, and it was in the middle of the Italian elections, so obviously it was right at the bottom of their list.
Everything's all right. I just remember you telling me something about a dog.
Yeah, so I stayed in this guy's Airbnb in Treviso, and he comes up to the gate, and I ask him, "Oh, you speak English?" And he's like, he doesn't say anything, he just does that. He just basically locked us out of his own house.
After your ordeal, you're now locked out.
He grabs a brick and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to break the window. It's the only way that we're gonna get in." I'm like, "Really? You literally just gonna throw?" Like, well, yeah, yeah. There's no other way, And literally, as he is about to throw the brick, the door opens. The front door opens.
No way.
And there's two dogs just there behind. So basically, the dog just opened the door. He had done it the whole time. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh yeah, sometimes she does this."
What time? What point in the journey did you come up with the Pilgrim
It
idea?
wasn't until after I got back, really,
Yeah,
and I just remember that song that I had written the chords for and like a slight vocal melody, and put the pilgrim thing in because I basically pilgrimaged all the way from south to North Italy,
yeah.
and it's sort of like it came like that, really.
When people see us having this conversation, they will have just heard it for the first time. So
Yeah.
pretty exciting. It's good to see you. Good to hear you.
See
And
you, good to hear you, man.
see you soon. See you in a couple of days.
I'll see you in a couple of days.
All right.
In
That's fine.
Bye bye.